Alright, good day everyone. Today I will present my assignment to this history English language. The topic of my presentation is anti-smoking public health advertisements. In the presentation, I will analyze and compare three anti-smoking campaigns from a different country, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. The main focus of this presentation is how English language and imagery are used in public health advertising to warn, persuade, encourage, and engage audiences. The slide contains a link to my recorded presentation and share folder. English plays an important role in global public health and advertising because it is widely used to communicate health messages to different groups of people. In public health campaigns, English is not used only to give information, it is on used to persuade people, warn them about risk, encourage them to change their behavior, and build trust between health organizations and the public. Anti-smoking campaigns are a good example of this. Smoking is a serious public health issue because it's linked to many preventable disease, disability, and death. Therefore, anti-smoking and advertisement need to communicate risk clearly, but they also need to motivate smokers to quit. In this presentation, I will analyze three anti-smoking campaigns. I will focus on tone, vocabulary, choice, sentence structure, persuasive strategy, and visual imagery. I will also compare how this campaign reflect different cultural expectations, target audiences, and public health priorities. The campaign topic selected for this assignment is anti-smoking and smoking cessation awareness. I chose this topic because smoking is a global public health problem, and many countries have created strong campaigns to reduce smoking rates and encourage people to quit. The first campaign is CDC tip from former smoker for the United States. The second campaign is the End is at Better Health and Stop Tobacco from the United Kingdom. The third campaign is the National Tobacco Campaign and Quit campaign from Australia. The three campaigns are suitable for comparison because they are all mainly in English, but they use different language style and visual strategy to communicate their messages. The first advertisement is from the United States, CDC tip from Farmer Smokers campaign. This campaign used real people who have experienced serious health problems because of smoking or secondhand smoke exposure. The campaign doesn't present smoking only as abstract medical problem. Instead, it connects smoking to real personal story. The tone of this campaign is serious, personal, and cautionary. It encourages smokers to understand that smoking-related harm can happen to real people. The vocabulary clear, simple, and health-focused. It uses words such as quit smoking, harm, asthma, and secondhand smoke. These words are easy for the general public to understand because they are not too technical. The sentence structure is usually short and direct. This is important in public health advertising because people may only look at the advertisement for a few seconds. Short sentences make the message easier to read, remember, and share. The persuasive strategy is a combination of fear appeal and testimonial appeal. Fear appeal means the advertisement warns people about danger. Testimonial appeal means the message is supported by real people and real experiences. The imagery is also very important. The campaign shows real people who have suffered from smoking-related illnesses. This makes the health problem more emotional and memorable. The audience is not only told that smoking is dangerous, they can actually see the human consequences. Overall, CDC campaign is effective because it creates emotional credibility. It's use real story to make smoking related harm more correct and believable. At the same time, it also encourages smokers to seek help and quit. The second advertisement is from the United Kingdom and is as better health, and stop tobacco campaigns. Compared with CDC campaigns, the NHS campaign uses a more supportive and motivational tone. It's recognized that quitting smoking can be difficult, but it also presents quitting as something possible and achievable. The tone is empathetic, encouraging, and non-judgmental. It's important because smokers may already feel guilty or ashamed about their habit. A supportive tone can make them feel more willing to seek help. Vocabulary is positive and inclusive. The campaign uses words such as support, health ready, quit, and smoke free. These words create a positive atmosphere and make quitting seem like a realistic goal. The sentence structure is direct but friendly. The campaigns often gives practical guidance rather than only warning smokers about danger. This makes the message feel helpful instead of frightening. The persuasive strategy is a positive reinforcement and self-efficacy. Self-efficacy means the belief that the person can successfully to do something. It is campaign smokers are encouraged to believe that they can quit, especially if they receive support. The Stoptober campaigns often present quitting at the 28 days challenge. This is effective because it makes quitting feel manageable. Instead of asking smokers to think about quitting forever, it gives them a clear and achievable first step. Their imagery is usually clean, bright, and hopeful. It's less graphic than many fear-based campaigns. Instead of showing disease or damage, its focus is more on support, health, and positive change. Overall, the NHS campaign is effective because it reduces shame and builds confidence. It treats quitting as a shared public health goal rather than personal failure. The third advertisement is from Australia National Tobacco Campaign is Quit Campaign. One of the most famous messages from the campaign is every cigarette is doing your damage. The tone of this campaign is urgent, cautionary, and confronting. It's aimed to make smokers take the health risk of smoking seriously. The vocabulary is simple but powerful. The word every is especially important because it suggests that each cigarette causes harm. The word damage is also strong because it directly connects smoking with injury to the body. The sentence structure is very short and memorable. Every cigarette is doing your damage is a simple sentence, but it's the rhetorically power. It's easy to remember as suitable for mass media campaigns. The persuasive strategy is fear appeal and immediacy. The advertisement suggests that harm caused by smoking is not only a future problem, it is something happen now every time a person smokes. The imagery is often graphic and medical. It may show lungs, artery, tar, or other internal damage caused by smoking. The visual strategy makes invisible bodily harm visible to the audience. This is powerful because many smokers may not feel damage immediately. By showing internal damage, the advertisement helps them understand that smoking affects the body even when the harm cannot be seen from the outside. Overall, the Australian campaigns is effective because it creates shock, urgency, and strong risk awareness. However, the top graphic imagery may be received differently across culture. Some audiences may find it powerful, while others may it too disturbing. Okay, when the three campaigns are compared, we can see both similarities and differences. First, the three campaigns use clear English. This is important because public advertisement must be understood quickly by a wide audience. Second, all three campaigns connect smoking with health consequence and encourage smokers to quit. Their general goal is the aim to reduce smoking and protect public health. Third, all three campaigns combine language and imagery. The word provide a direct message, while the visual create emotional impact and help the audience remember the message. However, the campaigns differ in their tone and persuasive strategy. The CDC campaign from United States uses serious and personal tone. It relies on real people and personal testimony. This can create empathy and credibility. The NSS campaign from the United States Kingdom uses supportive and motivational tone. It focuses on health, encouragement, and practical support. This can create confidence and reduce shame. The Australian campaign uses a more urgent and confronting tone, relies on graphic imagery and strong warning. This can create shock and stronger perception of risk. Therefore, the likely audience response is also different. The CDC campaigns may make audiences feel empathy. The NSS campaign may make audience feel motivated. The Australian campaigns may make audience feel shocked and more aware of immediate danger. The differences among the three campaigns can be explained by the culture norm, target audience, and public health priority. In the United States, the CDC campaigns use personal story because individual narrative can be very persuasive. Audiences may respond strongly to real-life experience, especially when the speaker appears authentic and relatable. The use of real farmers market also increase trust. The message doesn't seem to come only from institution. It also comes from people who have personally experienced the consequences of smoking. In the United Kingdom, the NHS and the Stop October campaigns focuses more on supporting radical health. This reflects the role of the NHS as a public health care provider. The language invites smokers to seek help and participate in national quitting challenge. This approach is less focused on blame and more focused on guidance. It may be especially useful for smokers who already know smoking is harmful but need encouragement and structure to quit. In Australia, the National Tobacco Campaign uses strong warning and graphic imagery. This may reflect Australia's strong history of tobacco control and public health regulation. The main goal is to increase perception. The campaigns want smokers to understand that damage is immediate and cumulative, not only something that may happen in the distant future. The differences show that public health communication must be cultural sensitive. A graphic advertisement may be very effective in one culture, but too shocking in another. A supporting advertisement may build trust, but it may be less memorable if the audience needs a strong warning. Language and imagery work together to create shared meaning in the public health advertisement. Language gives the direct message. It tells the audience what the problem is and what action they should take. Imagery adds emotional and visual force to the message. Audience don't interpret advertisement through a language alone. They combine words, images, cultural knowledge, personal experience, and social expectation. This process can be described as the collaborative meaning making. For example, in the CDC campaign, the words and image work together through personal testimony. The audience sees a real person and connects the message to that person's experience. In the SIS campaign, supportive language and helpful visual work together to create a sense of encouragement. The audience is invited to see quitting as possible and support it. In the Australian campaign, the slogan, "Every cigarette is doing you damage," become more powerful when it's combined with these graphic images of internal harm. The image makes the slogan more concrete and emotional. Therefore, public health advertisements are not only about giving information, they are about creating meaning that audiences can understand, feel, and act upon. In conclusion, the three anti-smoking campaigns use English different but effective ways. The CDC from former smoker campaigns from the United States uses serious personal and cautionary language, emotionally credible because it uses real people and personal story. And it's as better held in Stop October campaigns from United Kingdom use empathetic, supportive, and motivational language. It's inclusive because it encourages smokers to seek help without making them feel drugged. The Australian National Tobacco Campaign and Quit campaign uses urgent, direct, and confronting language. It is visually memorable because it uses strong warning and graphic imagery. The key finding is there's no single strategy is universally best. Fear appeals can be effective when they make risk concrete and provide a clear call to action. Positive reinforcement can be effective when the audience needs confidence and support. Testimonial appeal can be effective when the audience trusts and identifies with the speaker. Overall, if effective public health advertising depends on clear language, persuasive imagery, and cultural sensitivity. This campaign showed that public health communication is not only about information, it's also about building understanding, shaping attitude, and motivating people to take action. Okay, thank you for listening to my presentation. Goodbye.